You can putt better with your straight stroke. Now, Deborah Spain, the golf professionals on my teaching staff in our short game schools, is going to demonstrate what actually happens when a golfer approaches a putt. She has underread the break by about 75%. She's aiming, verbalized at least, the aim to 25%, but her body, her stroke, her putter are in actuality aimed along the line as shown at about 65% of the real break. She then makes a compensating stroke, cutting across the ball slightly and closing the face enough to pull the ball up to about 85 to 90% of the true break. However, as you can see, most of the putts still miss low. She'll occasionally make one from this position, but it requires an entirely unique and different compensation on every different putt on the golf course. It's a tough way to putt, not nearly as successful as if she had played the right break in the first place and can use a simple, non-compensating stroke. When we add the real aim line, the 100% of the actual break, the reality situation, Deborah can now, with a non-compensating straight stroke, roll it along the aim line and make these putts much more easily. Steve Elkington, when faced with this situation, 10 times around the putting green over and over again, improved his make percentage from 15% to 55%. Obviously, you still have to hit the ball the right speed. You'll never make all your breaking putts. But when you stand on the real aim line, putting becomes a lot easier. Now, I want you to see what this looks like from the other side on a right-to-left putt. Steve Underhill, another of my short game school instructors, is going to demonstrate how it looks when you address your body down the 65% aim line, then push it to maybe 80-85%. Unlike Deborah, if he cuts across this and pulls it, he has no chance. Steve must push it. He's got to take his putter inside out. He's got to open the blade a little bit at impact. He must push the ball another 25 or 30% above the aim line if he's going to have a chance to make it. Sometimes they get disgusted at missing a lot of putts left or low, and they drill it past, but it goes too far by. It minimizes their chance of holding the putt. When we add the gold line now along the reality break line, that's the aim line. That's 100% of the real break. Now it's easier for Steve to make these putts. All he has to do is start the ball on the real aim line at the proper speed. It's going to either go in or just scare it to death every time. It's a much easier putt to make. No compensations, no pulling, no pushing, no inside-outside stroke, and no face angle variations. Of course, he'll never make all these putts. This is a tough breaking putt. It's a speed putt, but the percentages are a lot better. Now, I've brought you over to a straight putt. We've seen what happens with the push stroke on right to left and the pull stroke on left to right. What does your subconscious now think if you're faced with a straight putt? Remember, the only straight putts you get on the golf course, they're not very frequent, are the straight uphill and the straight downhill ones. But I've got a straight uphill putt here. You're going to run into those. Do I push it? I've been practicing the push stroke on right to left. Do I come inside and out? Do I open my blade? How about the cut across stroke? Do I close my blade? What's going to work here? Most golfers get over this putt, they get ready to roll, and their subconscious hasn't a clue about which one they're going to do. They may do a little looper just to see what happens. They may do a cut across with an open blade. I can't tell you how many golfers I've talked to that come to my schools and they say, DP, I can't make a straight putt to save my life. I think straight putts are the toughest in golf because I feel like I have to do something and there's nothing to do. I feel lost. Now, I've been showing you a lot of bad stuff. Everybody's under-reading, everybody's way off, everybody's doing everything wrong. Look, it's not that difficult. Once you've identified the problem, you can deal with it. I know that when you go out and start putting now, you've seen this video, you know you're under-reading putts. What you see is not what really exists. When you go to the golf course, I know you're going to see the break just like you've always seen it. On this putt, you know that you're going to see 25% of the real break. You're going to see about 8–10 inches here. When you go to the golf course, I want you to see that and then double it. I want you to imagine and tell yourself this putt really breaks twice what you initially believed. Now I know the real break is up here. When I sent golfers away from my school originally and told them to multiply their reads by 4, they all missed every putt high because their subconscious still doesn't believe they know how to read greens. It still pushes right to left putts. It still makes you pull left to right. When you leave having seen this video and go out to play golf, I want you to make more putts. So if you see a break of 10 inches, double it, tell yourself, commit to the 20-inch break, and then commit to making the straight stroke. So I want to show you the straight stroke drill. I've already set this up for the straight stroke drill. The aim lines, the 100% proper reality break lines are here. On a right to left putt, I know that most people, having been under reading for many, many years, are going to push their putts when they're right to left. So I have put a T just above the line. It's given me 1/4 of an inch so that the ball can roll exactly on the aim line and then break to the hole. Now I'm going to putt 3 putts using a straight stroke. It's the only stroke that will work in this drill. From here, right to left. If I make them all, if I miss them all, I move. I then go putt 3 left to right and 3 straight. Let me show you what this looks like. Now that's a power stroke. The old touch is going to either make me push the ball and hit that tee, which I did not do, or drive it, because my subconscious doesn't trust my read. I'm telling my subconscious this is the right line. But once you get used to that and you hone in on the proper speed, you can make these putts. Now, I don't want to putt any more putts. I want to pick these balls up and putt left to right, but something important I want to remind you, don't step in your own line. Once you've rolled balls and you know the proper line, no footprints, because that might screw it up. Now when you move the balls to a new putt, I'm now going left to right. You've got to make sure the ball is under the aim line. If you don't start your putts under the aim line, then you're creating angles that are the wrong break. You're going to groove compensations. It's going to screw everything up. This is the straight stroke drill. I want that ball on the aim line, and the only stroke that will make that putt is the perfect non-compensating stroke. Now I've just made 4 out of 6 breaking putts, which is pretty good for me. A 2-footer right to left and a 1-footer left to right, and I've made all 4 putts. Actually, I've made all 6 strokes with a non-compensating straight stroke. The last part of this drill is to putt a straight putt with that same straight stroke. In all of history, every time golfers came to straight putts after practicing breaking putts, they were kind of screwed up. They had just been compensating, pulling and pushing. I haven't done any of that. These putts ought to be really easy. I've just been working on this non-compensating stroke. All I have to do is roll it up this line. Yes! It's easy. 9 consecutive straight strokes. Now the real drill is this. If I was having a practice session where I was serious about my game, I would set up these aim lines like this. I would putt 3 putts right to left. Whether I make them or miss them, pick them up and putt 3 putts left to right. Whether I make them or miss them, putt 3 straight putts. Then go 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. I want to sit down now and talk to you about what all this is going to mean for your game. You've seen a little scientific data. You've seen some real golfers. They've never seen what we were doing before. The truth is, every golfer until now has been under reading break. If you learn something from this tape, if you learn something from watching the true roller roll putts, your game is going to get better. Better because you score lower. You can make more breaking putts and you can make more straight putts. Now, intellectually, you know you're under reading putts. That's not the same as internalizing it. You've got to read a putt, multiply it by a factor of 2, and commit in your mind to reading twice as much break. Then stand there and try your best to make a non-compensating stroke. Try to use the straight stroke. Listen, it works. Steve Elkington believes it. He's aiming better than he's ever aimed before. He already is a great player. He's going to be even better.
Because I've proven it to other people when I get with amateurs and I aim their putter for them. And it's amazing, once you have the putter properly squared off and aiming correctly, it's so much easier to make the stroke. I mean, your brain kind of just lets it go.
Peter Jacobsen's already living proof. He's winning tournaments. He's putting better than he's ever putted before. And all Peter's doing is reading twice as much break and believing it.
Well, the one thing that I learned in working with you, Dave, is that you showed me the hard evidence. You showed me what was right and what was wrong. And I'm no dummy. I believe in what you told me. So I knew that if I hung in there and I kept doing what I was told to do, it was going to pay off. That way, all the guesswork was out of it. I picked my spot, I made my stroke, and the results were there.
It'll work for you. If you use it, if you stay with it, if you believe in it, and if you practice it, you're going to make more putts. If you do all that and it doesn't work for you, come to my short game school. I'll show you in person, and I'll help you make it work for you, because it does work. I promise you.
For information on the Dave Pelz Short Game School, call 1-800-833-7370. Hotel accommodations provided by the Boca Raton Resort and Club. For more information, call 1-800-327-0101.